So, basically, since this is no longer new, this would only serve as your review in order to remind you with regards to this basic information and knowledge with regards to road safety. So, this might be basic to you, pero this basic information will give you the greatest advantage when it comes to being safe on the road. So, ano nga ba ulit ang road safety? So, road safety, according to me, refers to the measures, practices, and regulations designed to prevent accidents and injuries on the road. So, basically, when we say road safety, these are the measures or practices. When we say measures or practices, ito po yung mga ginagawa natin in order to prevent accident or be safe on the road. So, this includes safe driving behaviors, proper road design, vehicle maintenance, and use of safety equipment like seatbelts and helmets, all aimed at protecting drivers, passengers, and pedestrians. So that is what road safety is. And in order for us to widen our understanding with regards to road safety, we chose these particular topics. Yeah. So with regards to road safety, madami pa dapat kayong malaman. But since we only have a short period of time to conduct this seminar, we only chose these 5 topics that you would be able to use right after na matutunan niya sila. So this would be traffic signs, signalized, anti-glass, bike lane, sidewalks, and Republic Act 11314. So yeah, so before we start discussing the first topic, let us first define these 2 words that are commonly used and mistakenly or incorrectly used. So can anyone answer these questions? What is pedestrian or what is traffic? So anyone? Can anyone define it for me or define it for your classmates? What is pedestrian or what is traffic? Any representative from grade 11? How about grade 12? Grade 12? Ikaw lang wala. Kung kami hilang mo, dapat kami yung nahiya kasi school nito eh.
A pedestrian is a person who is walking on the sidewalk or crossing the street, and traffic is when a pile of cars start to block the road and cause traffic.
So tama po yung sinabi niya with regards dun sa pedestrian. So ang pedestrian po, it doesn't necessarily mean na pag sinabi mo pedestrian is ito yung dinadaanan natin sa kalsada, yung white lines dun sa kalsada, di ba? That is called pedestrian lane. But when we say pedestrian only, it is pertaining to the person itself or yung tayo. That's why we call the lane pedestrian lane because it is designated or pang pedestrian or pang sa atin, that's why it's called pedestrian lane. And with regards to traffic naman, medyo tumalabas siya ng konti. Pero hindi po talaga yun. Yun yung commonly mistake na iintindihan natin with regards to traffic. So, ang traffic po refers to the movement or flow of vehicle. So, when we say traffic, it doesn't necessarily mean, again, mabagal po yung buksan ng sasakyan. So, when we say traffic, it only pertains to the movement. So, mali po yung excuse natin kay ma'am na, ma'am, I need heavy traffic. Dapat ganun. Hindi yung kulang-kulang na sinabi naman, ma'am, wait ako, traffic kasi. Yan. Hindi po dapat ganun. Dapat yung i-complete nyo yung word na traffic and include the words light, moderate, and heavy. So, yun po dapat ang proper term. Yan. Intindihan nyo ba? Nice. Now, we now discuss the first topic, which is all about traffic signs. So, what is traffic signs? So, with that definition given by your classmate and given by me, the definition of traffic is pertaining to the movement or flow of vehicles. Therefore, a traffic sign only means is these are the signs that are found along the road. So, accordingly, traffic signs are categorized in three different types, which is regulatory, warning, and informative signs. So, let us discuss each of these. So, ano nga ba kasi ang regulatory signs? So, accordingly, regulatory signs, these are signs provide rules and instructions that road users must follow. So, when we say regulatory signs, these are signs that are instructing you to follow or abide with this sign. Ang example po nito is speed limit sign. I think you are all aware about the speed limit sign, which will be shown later on. So when we say regulatory, it is somehow related. It's not somehow, it's actually related to rules, laws, or guidelines to control or govern the behavior. So, yun. So, ang example nito is yung stop sign, as you can see there. It is mandating you to stop. So, when we say regulatory, it is also somehow the same with the word mandatory. So, yung pagsuot nyo ng ID, which is mandatory, di ba? Susuot nyo. The same thing with regulatory. When we say regulatory, you are mandated to follow these signs. So, yun, di ba? Medyo nakakalito. So, with that, let us just first define the definition of, define these two types. And shortly, we will differentiate it para mas madaling maintindihan. So next type of traffic sign is warning sign. So warning sign from the word itself, warning. These signs are designed to warn drivers or road users that ahead there is a possible hazard or danger or change in road condition. So yun po ang warning. Sa informative sign naman, these are signs that give useful information to road users such as direction, distance, or location of service. Sa informative, this is pretty basic. When we say informative, these are only signs that inform you that there is this something in that particular area where this sign is located. Just like the example dyan, gas station sign, and hospital sign, hotel, or ano pa yun? Mga example ng informative. Parking signs, yun, yung mga ganun. So, to make it clear, ang difference lang po nila is sa regulatory. And sa warning is that sa regulatory, it is mandating you to follow these traffic signs. While in the warning, it only gives you a warning or alerts you that ahead is there is about the potential hazard or changes in road condition. Like your pedestrian sign, it warns drivers that ahead there is a pedestrian lane or pedestrians crossing the road. So when informative naman, sa informative, di ba? Sa warning, it gives warning or it alerts road users that there is a hazard ahead. And while in informative, it only informs you that there is this particular place or designated area on that spot where it was positioned, where the sign was positioned. So those are the three types of signs. I hope naiintindihan niyo po. Sabihin niyo lang po kung medyo mabilis or okay lang po ba? Okay. And now move on to the examples of this type of signs.
So first one is we have the pedestrian lane sign. It says here that indicates a designated area for pedestrian to the.
Okay, and now move on to the examples of this type of signs.
So first one is we have the pedestrian lane sign. It says here that indicates a designated area for pedestrian to cross the road safely. So the background of this is usually blue, but in our illustration is yellow. It indicates service for facility the benefit of pedestrians such as the crosswalks or the pedestrians only area. What is the meaning of this pedestrian lane sign? This pedestrian lane sign is a warning sign that drivers encountering a pedestrian's crossing sign that should be alert for any people who cross the road in front of their vehicle. So the purpose of this one, can anyone please explain the purpose of the pedestrian lane sign? Dito naman tayo sa girls. Yes. Can you please explain? Oh, okay. So the purpose of this one is generally placed on the roads. Their function were to assist the pedestrian, as I said a while ago, and all crossings have certain facilities to assist the disabled person or any people to cross the road, such as the tactile paving and the barrier of the road. Next one is the school zone sign. This school zone sign warns driver to slow down as they approach a school zone. So students should be cautious when walking in these areas because some of the vehicles ay mabilis. Kahit may nakita silang student na magka-cross, so students should be more cautious when walking in these areas. So it warns the drivers to slow down as they approach to the school zone. So this traffic sign tells the drivers to slow down when approaching in this area. And the background color is this one is typically a fluorescent yellow-green, and dito sa illustration namin it is yellow, and the color is highly visible and used to alert drivers that they are entering in this area or the school zone. And next one is the stop sign. It requires vehicles to come to a complete stop. Pedestrians should only cross after confirming vehicles have fully stopped. As you can see in this illustration, the stop sign is the only octagon shape. And di ba nakikita naman natin to sa highway, and the characteristics of this one is a regulatory sign that is used when traffic is required to stop. And it is a red octagon that has a white border, as you can see in that illustration, and large white letters that read the stop word. And a multi-way to stop intersection, a small place placed below the stop to inform the drivers on how many approaches he required to stop. Next one is the yield give way sign. Instruct vehicles to give priority to others, and students should still check before crossing even when they have a right of way. And this indicates that yield sign is a regulatory sign. So according to these rules, when you see a yield sign, you should drive slowly. Sino may lisensya na dito? So alam niyo ba, ang yield sign is an inverted triangle, and to see if there is only traffic crossing. Seeing the yield sign is also the drivers must slow down, as I said a while ago, and the characteristics of this one is the inverted triangle, and the background is usually color green, but in this our illustration is white. And to indicate bike lanes or path, making them to easily identify. Next one is the 60 speed limit sign. Indicates the maximum speed allowed in the area, and it's important for ways to students to understand that lower limits in school zone are for their safety. And this also is a regulatory signs that informs the drivers of the maximum speed limit are they permitted to drive on a specific road or stretch on a road. So speed limit are enforceable legally, and who drives the exceed speed limit So, on the other hand, this is also a warning sign or is to alert upcoming drivers, alert the drivers for the upcoming hazards like conditions or changes in the road ahead. And the background color is white and commonly used for regulatory signs that and the black number on the side indicates the maximum area, which in this case is the 60 kilometers per hour or miles per hour depending on the country. Last is the bike lane. So marked lanes specifically for cyclists. Students who ride should be aware of this and follow lane. So a bike lane is a defined portion of roadway that is designated by striping, signage, and pavement markings for the preferential or exclusive signs of the bicyclist. And this is a bike road sign and usually located on the scene or low traffic roads. So a yellow bicycle, or sometimes it's a yellow diamond, but in our illustrations are rectangle, serves as a reminder part with the shared bicycles. The background color is usually green. So green indicates bike lanes or paths, making them easily to identify by the other vehicles, and it helps the motorist to or it helps the separate cyclists from vehicle traffic and provide a dedicated space for the cycling person. So next one is the hand signals.
Moving on to the hand signals. Hand signals are used by enforcers, motorists, drivers, and cyclists in the roadway. Traffic hand signals used by enforcers to communicate their instructions to the motorists, etc., to direct the flow of traffic. Ito po yung kadalasan nakikita natin sa kalsada na ginagamit ng ating enforcer na i-direct ang mga sasakyan sa kalsada. So, tumuloy yung mga sasakyan. Next is the slow down and gesture. This gesture signals the drivers that they need to slow down or be cautious, often in situations like approaching in the pedestrian or road conditions where they may require extra caution. Next is the signal lights.
Good morning everyone. Yung kayo ang mga sa report. Signal lights. Gaya na rin sabi ni Pati Christopher kanina na sa traffic signs. Signal lights, traffic lights, nakikita din ito sa especially dito sa mga intersections. Alam niyo ba kung ano yung intersection? Anyone give a definition of intersection? Gawin ito yan. Intersection, it is binubuo siya ng 3 or more rupees, nakikita natin dito sa market, sa type of interaction. Dito naman sa kung meron na intersection, especially isang pang natin is yung sa market natin. Meron din siya mga signal lights. Signal lights is signal light is a set of three colors, red, yellow, and green. Sabi nga ni Bati lang kanina na is if na-print yan, especially if you're a driver, you must stop or you must stop to the immediate line. Signal lights. Signal lights naman is especially if you are with a pedestrian, if you are crossing a pedestrian lane or walking in the roadways, and lagi naman natin nakikita na umiilaw yung mga sasakyan, di ba? Especially kung umihigit sila. As a pedestrian, we must be cautious to the signal lights of the car when we are in the pedestrian with the lights, sidewalks.
Good morning, everyone. So the next graphic is sidewalks. So basically, sidewalk is safe designated area that where we should walk. So yung mga alam mo natin siguro. Ito yung mga ginagamit natin kapag pupunta tayo sa mga overpass para mag-cross instead na dumaan na lang tayo sa main road. So ginagamit natin ito para maging more safe tayo sa daan. So, may mga dapat tayong iwasan para maging safe kahit nandito tayo sa sidewalks. So, first is, of course, avoid wearing headphones or using phones para makafocus tayo sa dinadaanan natin. Because even if nasa sidewalks tayo, pwedeng may mga sasakyan na malfunction yung function nila at kaya dapat aware tayo sa mga ganun. So dapat focus lang tayo sa dinadaanan natin. So next is the Republic Act number 11314. So this act, an act is institutionalizing the grant of student fare discount privileges on public transportation and for other purposes. So, under Section 1, nandito yung short title ng Act. This Act shall be known as the Student Fare Discount Act. So, ito yung batas na nagpapatupad sa fare discount, especially sa mga student. So, we will be discussing the two sections of this Act. So, first is the Section 4. The fare discount granted under this Act shall be available during the entire period while the student is enrolled, including weekends and holidays. So, magagamit natin yung fare discount even if holiday, as long as we are enrolled in a school. Weekends, pwede pa rin, applicable pa rin itong discount nito. Provided that in a case where promotional fare as approved by the concerned regulatory agency is granted by public transportation utility operator, the student shall have the option to choose between the promotional fare and the regular fare less the discount as provided under this Act. So, pwede pa rin tayong pumili kung, for example, may bagong napatupad na promotional fare. Example is kung may mga special event, nagbabago yung mga fare ng mga public transportation. So may karapatan pa rin tayong pumili kung ano yung pipiliin natin, kung yung regular or yung promotional fare. So next is the section 5. Student fare discount privilege. A student under this act shall be entitled to a grant of 20% discount on domestic and regular fares upon personal presentation of their duly issued school identification cards or current validated enrollment form supported by the prescribed government-issued identification document, subject to an appropriate verification mechanism to be provided in the implementing rules and regulations. So, yan, alam naman natin siguro yung 20%. So, alam niyo na siguro kung paano kumuha ng percentage, di ba? So, yung 20% ang privilege na pwedeng grant sa isang student. Provided that in this case of air public transportation utilities, so yung mga airplanes ganun, the discount shall only apply to the base fare or the price of the ticket before taxes and cost of ancillary services. So, applicable lang itong fare discount na ito sa air public transportation sa base fare ng ticket. So, kapag nadagdagan na ng ancillary services, hindi na applicable dun yung 20% discount. So, sa base price of the ticket lang siya mai-deduct. So, that's the end of our topic.
Ayan. Maganda po lang tapos ang mga topics natin. But obviously, in order for us to evaluate whether you've learned something or not, we will be having a short quiz. Yan. Malalaman natin kung ito na naman kasama ko yung sasasabi nila dito sa harapan. So, do you have a short,
i-deduct. So, that's the end of our topic.
Ayan. Maganda po lang tapos ang mga topics natin. But obviously, in order for us to evaluate whether you've learned something or not, we will be having a short quiz. Yan. Malalaman natin kung ito na naman kasama ko yung sasasabi nila dito sa harapan. So, do you have a short, 1/4 piece of paper? Meron ba? O wala, o wala yung paper, recitation na ang gawin na naman natin. Yan, so the first question. This pertains to a person who is walking particularly in an area where vehicles are present, such as on sidewalks, streets, and crosswalks. So, ganda na lang para hindi magulo. Raise your hand if you want to answer. Yan. Anyone? So, ginawa na namin identification. Since pag maglalagay pa kami ng multiple choice baka wala na. Sayang lang. Anyone? Madali na yun. Sige na, kuya. Huwag ka mahiya. Po? Ayun, tama. Next question. This pertains to the movement of vehicles. Yan. Movement of vehicles, people, or goods along the road, streets, or other pathways. Anyone? From this side. Ito na ang masagot dito. Ay. Next, what does this hand gesture mean? Ano For example, pag ako yung traffic enforcer sa pedestrian, can anyone? Pag ako yung traffic enforcer sa kalsada, and I give you this hand gesture, you pass this way. Ngayon nasa isip mo. Stop na arm, ibuloy ka na rin kasi. Ibuloy. Wala na si Pastor Gibbs sa kulungan na. Anyone? Sige ate, huwag ka mahihiya. Dapat kami yung mahihiya eh. Eh, tama, yan. Among these three types of signs discussed earlier, namely the informative, regulatory, and warning signs, which category does this sign belong to? Naalala niyo ba ba yung three types na discuss ko kanina? Okay, so with that, where does this sign belong to, or how do you categorize this sign? Anyone? Pumili lang kayo dyan sa informative, regulatory, or warning sign. Anyone? Sige na. Unfortunately, mali po. Any more answer?
Informative.
Okay, ba't nyo kakalimutan din ha? When we say informative kasi, these are signs that will only inform the drivers, like yung parking signs. So magkaiba po pala yung no parking signs sa parking signs. Sa parking sign, ini-inform ka lang that in that particular area, there is a designated parking area. But when we say no parking, it is more on regulatory. So in this sign, this is categorized as warning signs. Yeah. Because it warns drivers that ahead there is a pedestrian lane. Next. So same. How do you categorize these signs? From informative, regulatory, or warning signs? Anyone? Sige na. Sige na. Ayan, tama. Ba't puro boys? Wala kang batang girls. Next question. What law grants student a 20% discount on public transportation fares, including land, air, water, and rail transportation? Anyone? Sige. Lalaki naman, ikaw from this side. From this side naman. Diba? Patalo ba ang girls? Well, hindi, parang sinasabi.
Republic Act 11314.
Yun, tama po. So as you can see, this is not supposed to be, it is not actually related sa road safety, but for knowledge enrichment, we included this topic. Yes. And lastly, sayang sentence sana to, but since wala kayong papel, anyone answer this question? How can a student contribute to promoting road safety in their community? Anyone? As a student, how are you supposed to promote road safety? Sige na. Dito naman. Ito naman sumasagot dito. Anyone? Wala? Mamili ka nga, Mr. Rexmar. Mamili ka, maghanting ka nga dyan na sa tingin mo. Kaya sumagot mo yung tingin mo. There's no So that's the last question. So I want to ask your time to please take a picture of these hotlines, emergency hotlines for you to say. Just in case of an emergency, you can call to these numbers. Yeah, so that's all. We hope that you've learned something today. So again, your safety still relies on you. Doesn't mean that you have the knowledge or this basic knowledge in regards to road safety. It doesn't mean that you are already safe. So it still relies on you if you practice what you learn. Yeah, so yun po. And again, thank you, sir. Thank you to our teachers, instructors, and the faculty members around. We thank you, ma'am, sir, for allowing us to conduct this activity here in your prestigious school. So maraming salamat.